Okay, so co-sleeping, what is it? Let's define it because a lot of people have mixed ideas about what that actually means. And so when you hear somebody say co-sleeping, you might have an idea that might be totally wrong to what they're talking about. So co-sleeping means that it could be your baby is sleeping in the same room as you. It could be that they're sleeping on a surface next to your bed. It could be that they're actually sleeping in the bed with you. Those could all mean co-sleeping. So bed sharing is something that people often confuse with co-sleeping, and bed sharing is when you sleep with your child in your bed. So so let's get the definitions kind of squared away so everybody knows kind of what you're talking about if you choose to use one of those terms. In North America, co-sleeping is often discouraged and frowned upon. Mostly people are encouraged to have their children sleep in a separate bedroom, and it can often be quite challenging for a parent who is breastfeeding to have the child away from them, as you know, your breastfeeding is very what is it? It's a joined experience, a conjoint. So when a child is crying or next to you, you are more responsive, right, than if they're in the next room. It's a little bit, you're just farther removed, and your body also reacts to that. So you don't have the same kind of signals maybe that you would have if the child was right there. Japan has one of the highest rates of co-sleeping, and what they generally do is they sleep on futons or kind of a firmer surface, bamboo or whatever. And they have their child in the middle, and they have the parents on either side of the child, and that way the mom can monitor the baby throughout the night, which is pretty cool. And they have one of the lowest SIDS rates out there. And I think one of the reasons why in North America it is highly discouraged that you co-sleep is because our SIDS rate is higher, and we do have an issue with that. The issue might not be with co-sleeping, though. The issue might have to do with other factors. Back sleeping carries the lowest rate of risk of SIDS, and stomach sleeping is one of the worst things that you can do. It increases the risk for SIDS by up to 12 times. And side lying also increases the risk because it's unstable and they can easily roll onto their stomach. The factors are preterm babies are at higher risk for SIDS. Mothers who smoke during pregnancy, or babies that are in a smoke-filled environment, are at higher risk for SIDS. And African American and American Indian families have the highest risk for SIDS. The reasons why I think co-sleeping was awesome for me, having kids, was that I was able to sleep more than if I had had to get up and go to another room and to meet their needs. It's the easiest access, of course, when you're sharing your bed or sharing your room, and it causes the least amount of kind of sleep disturbance. And the studies have shown that when you sleep with your child, they get twice as much breast milk than the children that sleep away from the parent. Because you're feeding so much throughout the night, and for me, my babies could access the breast while I was sleeping too, right? I mean, you do wake up, you're aware of what's going on, but you don't have to really wake all the way up, you know? And I think that kept my milk supply pretty high throughout their breastfeeding years. So I never really had to worry about supply. And I think a lot of that had to do with our nighttime feeding session. If you're waking up to go somewhere else to take care of your child, there's no doubt that you're going to have a less restful night, right? And you're more likely to give up on breastfeeding sooner, right? Than if you're getting good sleep and you're having that bonding time with your child. It becomes more enjoyable. So anyway, those are all some of the reasons why I think co-sleeping is one of the best things that you can do if you plan on breastfeeding. And it's not only good, I think, for your psyche, right, and for your overall mental health, but it's good for the child, and it's also great for your milk supply. And so anyway, I think that that was the leading cause of my ability to go as long as I did and to have the experience that I had. Positive experience. Okay, well, that's it for now. Hope you're all having a great day wherever you are, and take care. See you next time. Bye.